and take hold of my
And
covenant.
take hold of the covenant.
Even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place.
What walls is he talking about? Anybody know the precept to that? What walls is he talking about? Revelation 21 and 12. Explain the wall. Revelation 21 and 12.
Revelations chapter 21, verse 12. And had a wall great and high,
Mm-hmm.
and had 12 gates,
And had 12 gates.
and at the gates 12 angels,
Mm-hmm.
and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
This is the kingdom. Go back to Isaiah 56. Now you understand what the walls are. In Isaiah 56, verse 5.
Verse 5. Even unto them will I give in mine house and within my walls a place, and a name better than of sons
Mm-hmm.
and of daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I will give them an everlasting name that shall not be cut off.
That's right.
Also the sons of the stranger that join themselves to the Lord to serve him and to love the name of the Lord, to be his servants, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it, and taketh hold of my covenant, even them will I bring to my holy mountain, and make them joyful in my house of prayer. Their burnt offering and their sacrifices
Yes, sacrifices.
shall be accepted upon mine altar. For mine house shall be called an house of prayer for all people.
There we go. Let me get Isaiah 58, verse 13. Notice what we said. We just hit precepts to honor the Sabbath, to keep the Sabbath holy. Tighten up the screws, y'all. We tighten up these screws in these last days. Sometimes we have to go back over a lot of the lessons we have already been over before. 58 and 13. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath,
Uh-oh.
from doing thy pleasure
Uh-oh, you gotta stop. You can't be doing your own pleasure on the Sabbath.
on my holy day,
On whose holy day?
Most High,
The Most High's holy day. Read.
and call the Sabbath a delight,
Mm-hmm.
the holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him,
Mm-hmm. That's what you're doing. You're honoring him.
not doing thine own ways,
Don't do your own ways. Don't do it on his Sabbath day, because he gave you, 6 days to do what you want to do. Not sin, but he gave you 6 other days to take care of your little business and do whatever, besides sin.
nor finding thine own pleasure,
That's right.
nor speaking thine own words.
Don't even speak your own words on his Sabbath day.
Then shalt thou delight thyself
Mm-hmm.
in the Lord, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Lord hath spoken it.
For the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. So he tell you, don't turn your foot away from, from keeping the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. Don't be doing what you want to do, what pleases you on my holy day. You're supposed to keep this day holy. This is my holy day. This is the Most High's holy day. Because if you start doing what you want to do on the Sabbath day, I got a verse for you. What's going to happen when you start to pray? He ain't gonna even listen to you. Let me get Proverbs 20:89. Proverbs 20:89. See, keeping this Sabbath, man, is very, very, very important. But a lot of Christians like to say, well, you know, you can worship in a day. Yeah, well, one particular day is what? Mandatory.
Set aside,
Set aside.
hallowed.
That's right. The Lord said, oh, you can do it whenever you want to. Yeah, you can. But that one day you got mandatory. You must do it on that day. Ain't no ifs and ands or buts about it.
It's like a lot of people get killed a thousand Sabbath too.
Yeah. Because they doing their own will, doing what they want to do. Like that brother last night could have got killed, man, crossing the street going to the liquor store at nighttime. You shouldn't be. You should have been done buying whatever you had to buy. You should have bought whatever you gonna buy. You should have been at the house already. While you out there, I'm going back to the store, going to the liquor store. What happened? Most I struck you down. I hope you learn from that lesson. In the days to come, he's gonna start showing you more and more. He's gonna start dealing with Israel more and more. He's gonna start seeing a lot of Israelites getting knocked off because they don't want to keep these commandments.
I guarantee you, probably wake up tomorrow to R.I.P.
I'm trying to tell you. Proverbs 20:89.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
And guys can't understand why, when they get on their knees and pray to the Most High, why he don't answer. Check yourself. Check this simple little thing. The Sabbath. Are you keeping the Sabbath holy? Are you keeping the whole day holy? Are you keeping half of the Sabbath holy and doing kind of what you want to do a little bit on the Sabbath day? You got to keep that whole day holy. It's one day. Keep it holy. Do what we doing. We're going to eat a little bit. We're going to celebrate because it's a feast day as well. We're going to eat a little bit. Go home. May read 2 or 3 more scriptures. I may not. I may go to sleep because I worked all night last night. But guess what? I'm not finna go out and be buying nothing. I ain't finna go out and buy me a bottle of liquor. I ain't finna go, well, you don't supposed to smoke cigarettes, but I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not going to buy a pack of cigarettes. I need to buy some shoes, man. I really do need some more shoes. Man, I need to go get me some shoes. Guess what? Won't be getting done today.
Do that tomorrow.
Do that tomorrow. May call in to work so I can do it. I won't be doing that today.
How you building stuff for football? Come on.
Hey, there you go. I won't be doing that today. The whole day, this whole day belongs to the Most High. So we got to start doing that, man. That's why I'm going back over this. We got to start tightening up our screws, y'all. We're in the last day. We got to tighten up these screws. We got to tighten the screws up on the bike so we can finish the race. All right? Hit that again, Elder.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination.
Skip down to verse 26.
Verse 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
He's a who?
Is a fool.
Oh man, you ain't got to do that, man, on the Sabbath. The only thing you have to do is as long as you do 12 hours worth of Sabbath, that's good. From 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock. That's good.
He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool.
You better keep what this book say.
But whosoever walketh wisely.
So whosoever walketh wisely by keeping the commandments, keeping the Sabbath day,
he shall be delivered.
What?
He shall be delivered.
We're going to be delivered, y'all. We're trying to be delivered. I hope everybody in here. That's right. Give me James chapter 2, verse 10. I got James for some reason. Just priming y'all up for next week. Tighten the screws up, y'all, on your Sabbath. So you know, Israel, man, it gets slack every now and then, so, you know, we have to tighten the screws. James chapter 2, verse 10 and 11.
James chapter 2, verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law
Mm-hmm.
and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
So if you ain't keeping the Sabbath, you say, "Oh, well, I ain't got to keep it on the real day. I can keep it on the day that I want to." First of all, you did what? You lean to your own understanding. Therefore, you become a fool. Then you want to do it on the day that you want to do it on, and you have done what? That one little thing you have did what? Caused you to be guilty of them all.
Guilty of all.
Read on.
For he that said, "Do not commit adultery,"
Mm-hmm.
said also,
Uh-huh.
"Do not kill."
Right?
Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law.
Uh-oh. You done broke the law. Huh? A lot of people think they can do some commandments. Think it's gonna be all right. They lean into their own understanding. Go back to verse 10 when he said, "Whosoever shall keep the whole law, and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all." Now, right here, he ain't talking about animal sacrificing now. What he's talking about is all the law that you're supposed to do. All right? Yes. The commandments. That's what he's talking about. All of it. What is all of it? Let me go to Leviticus 23. You throw that in there. Leviticus 23 and verse 1. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses,
Who
saying,
spake?
The Lord,
Who spake?
the Lord.
The Most High spake, right? Give me Isaiah 40. We're going to put your finger right there. Give me Isaiah 40. We're going to come back. Get some more of that fire. Isaiah 40. Verse 7 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
The grass
The
withereth,
grass withered.
the flower fadeth,
Mm-hmm.
because the Spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it.
Goes the point.
Surely the people is grass.
Surely the people is grass.
The grass
The
withereth,
grass withered.
the flower fadeth,
Even the flower faded.
but the word of our God
Mm-hmm.
shall stand forever.
How long?
Shall stand forever.
The word of our God shall stand forever. Back to Leviticus 23.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses.
Who spoke?
The Lord spake unto Moses.
How long should this last if he's speaking?
Forever.
That's what the scriptures say. I can't change that. I can't say Christ came and did away with that. Because right here the Most High said, he spoke. Moses didn't speak. Read.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
So he was giving direction. Speak unto the children of Israel.
and say unto them
Mm-hmm.
concerning the feast day, concerning the feast of the Lord,
No, the feast of Israel.
concerning the feast of the
So
Lord,
these are the feasts of the Most High. So if it's the feast of the Most High, if he lasts forever, then this what? This gonna last forever. Read.
which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations,
Mm-hmm.
even these are my feasts.
Now here's the first feast.
Verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
6 days shall work be done,
6 days shall work be done,
But the seventh day
Uh-oh.
is the Sabbath of
It's
rest
the Sabbath of rest,
and holy
a
convocation.
holy gathering, a holy gathering.
Ye shall do no work therein.
You don't supposed to do no work therein.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
Notice where it says, in all your dwellings. That means wherever the Most High send you. That's wherever the Most High send you. It's a doctrine out, y'all, that's saying the dwelling is the land of Israel. Y'all heard that dumb doctrine? It's out there. They saying that the dwelling means is Israel. But at the same time, these same jokers that teaching this garbage call themselves keeping the Shabbat. You keeping the Sabbath. Read verse 3 again.
Verse 3.
Look.
6 days shall work be done,
Mm-hmm.
but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest
It's the Sabbath of rest. It's the Sabbath.
and holy
It's a
convocation.
holy convocation.
Ye shall do no work therein.
No work therein.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord.
No, it's the Sabbath of Israel.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord.
It's the Sabbath of the Lord. The Sabbath of the Most High.
In all your dwellings.
Keep it in all your dwellings. So how in the world are you keeping the Sabbath day, but on the other hand, you try to make like, when it comes to doing the feast days and stuff like that, that just means that the dwellings over when you was in Jerusalem, but you still keep feast days. You see how that sound? You see how foolish that sound?
Uh-huh.
Sound hypocritical, don't it?
Uh-huh.
Sound like the Most High ain't even with these people.
That's just like saying, wearing fringes to turn around and eat pork, something like that.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it, yeah. Exactly. You might as well, I mean, why you keep the Sabbath if you don't keep the rest of the feast days? You said, keep them in your dwellings. You said the dwelling is Israel, is Jerusalem. Why the hell you sitting over there keeping the Sabbath day and day? Come on, man. We got to stop playing, man. We got to get to business. We need these brothers to tighten up, man. We need them to tighten their screws up, man, before we can get out of here. Read number 4, that'll be it.
Verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations,
Mm-hmm.
which ye shall proclaim in their season.
In their season. So they let you know that this is a feast. It tell you that in verse 2, and it goes into, again, it's tell you after that, verse 4, you got some more feasts. He's going to go into that and tell you how to keep them. You know, ain't none of these ties, no animal sacrifice. We got a powerful lesson coming next week. Me and Shemai working on. And that's going to be it with that. All right. Give me Proverbs 15 and 14. Notice we talked about in Proverbs 28:26 that he that trusted in his own heart is a fool. Now we're going to go to Proverbs 15 and 14. We're going to talk about this food a little more. You got to call it for what it is. You just don't want to keep the Sabbath, want to do the Sabbath how they want to do it. That goes for me too.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
The heart of him that hath understanding
Mm-hmm.
seeketh knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
but the mouth of fools
Mm-hmm.
feedeth on foolishness.
The mouth of food. They feed on foolishness. That's foolishness, man. They try to say, oh man, you ain't got to do this no more. Oh, this and that, all that. Oh, but at the same time, you keep it a Sabbath, but won't keep the rest of the feast days. That's foolishness, man. The heart of him that has understanding seek knowledge. We seek knowledge. What's knowledge? The commandments. I ain't gonna even ask y'all the precept. I know you probably don't know. Who got it? Who can tell me what the knowledge is?
Malachi 2 and 7.
Alright. Malachi 2 and 7. I hear you. It's so hot in here, boy. They sure doing it wrong with this air conditioning, man. So we'll probably hit a couple more scriptures, man, and leave y'all alone, because it's smoking.
Malachi 27.
You said Malachi 2 and 7? Yeah. That's it?
Malachi,
Mm-hmm. It says springs to knowledge.
chapter 2, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
For the priest's lips should keep knowledge, and they should seek the law at his mouth.
So the law is the knowledge.
For he is the messenger of the Lord of hosts.
All right, back to 29 again.
Proverbs
15. 15 and 14.
Proverbs chapter 15, verse 14. The heart of him that hath understanding
Mm-hmm.
seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness.
The mouth of fool feeds on foolishness. So we don't want to have the mouth of a fool. The mouth of a fool say foolish things, and they feed on it. Right? Skip on down to verse 29.
Verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is far from the wicked,
He is far from the wicked.
but he heareth the prayer of the righteous.
He hears the prayer of the righteous, the ones that keep these commandments. He hears the prayer. I'm gonna hit one more verse, y'all. Proverbs 28 and 9. Precept in that. It's a shame, man, the way they do, how they doing us in this building. We're paying the rent, man, and it's smoking hot in this place.
Proverbs chapter 29,
28 and 9.
Proverbs chapter 28, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law,
So if you turn away from hearing the law, like we try to tell you simple things how to keep the Sabbath and keep the Sabbath holy all day, not 5 or 6 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, or as soon as you leave out of here, oh boy, you finna go to a party, you know, or you're going to hang out with your buddies and your pals and all that old super stuff. You supposed to keep this whole day holy, this whole day holy, y'all. That go for me. I got to do it too. I can't sit up here and tell y'all that I don't do it. We got to keep the whole day holy. All right? We got to keep all the commandments. That way, he can hear our what? Prayer. Keep reading.
even his prayer
Mm-hmm.
shall be abomination.
So if you're not keeping the commandments, man, if you can't keep the simple things, man, simple things, simple things. If you turn your ear away from hearing the law, what's all in the law? The Torah. First 5 books. So that means you don't want to do the small things in there. Then what's going to happen when you get ready to pray?
You ain't gonna hear your prayer.
Yeah.
You won't hear it. A lot of people can't understand that. Man, I sit on my knee, I pray, man, God ain't real. No, you ain't real. You ain't doing what you supposed to do.
Cause you pray, you hear the Lord.
If you,
I remember one time I was praying, I was trying to see how long he wanted me to fast.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how long do you want me to fast? He supported me, he told me 4.
Yeah, if you do what you're supposed to do, he's gonna answer your prayer. The Most High deal with Israel. He don't deal with anybody else. He deal with us. He gave the book to us. He gave the laws to us. He never dealt with any other nation besides who? Israel. That's all I got, y'all, for today. I had a little more, but it's so hot in here, man, so we ain't gonna try to keep y'all in this heat. We don't feel out. Anybody got